and I really like how I can see all the charts at once. And the reason why it's not up here because it looks cool. I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at, and you can actually do this for free on MT4, to be honest with you. But what I like is that I can set as many alerts as I want with this stochastic. It's called a momentum stochastic, and it only works with this. It only works with TradingView, because the guy that created Travis Martin, he only created it for the code. He only created the code for TradingView. Okay, so you know, TradingView has become really valuable to me because I value this indicator. I don't base all my trades on this indicator, but it really helps me when it's time to put into the trade. Am I entering too early? Is it too late to enter? And it really helps me out a lot. So we're looking at, let me show you how I use this setup. I need you to get me to be quiet. All right. So how I use it is this. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 charts. This is like my one that I fluctuate through different pairs, but these 7. So you got Euro USD, GBP USD, you got Euro Yen, and you got Aussie dollar versus the United States dollar, the New Zealand versus the United States dollar, and now you got the USD CAD and the USD Swiss franc. Okay, and I don't trade on a USD Swiss franc. I just use it for correlating reasons. Okay, so now the first, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 5 all move together. The Euro USD, the Pound USD, the Euro Yen, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, they all move the same way. Okay, but then the ones that's going to be opposite is these two, the USD CAD and the USD Swiss franc. So it helps me looking at the market the right way. I'm like, okay, well, if I see a wick exhaustion candle hitting a pivot line, like how you see here on Swiss franc, hitting right here on the pivot, then I tell myself, okay, well, hold on. I only use the pivot points for 3 days, the past 3 days. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I see it, you see it wicking out right here on, can you see those pivot lines, or they kind of faint?
Yeah, I can barely see them.
You can barely see it? Okay, yeah, because they was distracting me. So I'll make them, lighter. Probably gonna have to do it for another pair too. Matter of fact, I can save it as a template. Save as default. Okay. So you see it wicking out right at the exhausting wick right at the pivot point right here. Okay. So if I see that, then I say, okay, well, if this happens on a Swiss franc, then I needed to do the opposite pair and see what's happening at the same spot on that pair. Okay, so if this is going up right here, then on those other pairs, it should be going down. So, let's see here. Where was we at? So I kind of gauge it. Okay, so we got the Swiss franc. Let's see what the stochastic doing on this. I can't see because y'all in the way. All right, so you got the USD CAD coming up, but you think it's coming up, but it's looking like it's about to curl. As you can see right here, the green line look like it's bending down. So it's not gonna go, it don't look like it's gonna go as high as the Swiss franc, the US dollar Swiss franc. They both got the USD in the front, but it looked like it's about to curl down. And the Canadian dollar, who know what the strength is on the Canadian dollar? Is I know it's stronger than the USD CAD. I mean the CAD, but let me see. So the USD and the CAD, so the CAD is at a 7, the USD is at a 5. That's gonna cycle as the night go on. And I'm thinking that the CAD is going to get, I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to have to react to it later. But these aren't, I'm not necessarily looking to trade these. I'm just looking to see what is happening on the opposite end of, on the opposite pairs. You know, and I just use it as confirmations and to get into the trades that I'm looking to get into, the pairs that I actually trade. And so the purpose of me telling you this is that I wanted you to see the ones that go together and the ones that go opposite. And then you base your trading off of that, you know, what pair you want to take. Also, guys, when you see these, my favorite indicators were just the Martin stochastic, the momentum stochastic, and these CSAs. Okay, so you want to trade and get into these trades in the beginning, like when they're like even, like pretty much after you see one greater than the other one, it's probably too late to get into that trade using the currency heat wave and stuff. It's probably too late. You got to catch it right when it's about to break out. You know, and so you want to see the ones that are kind of like far as like Euro USD. Okay, the Euro is at a 7, the USD is at a 5, you know, or like a 6.5. They're kind of close. And eventually one's going to take off, but that's where you got to catch it. How do you know which one going to take off? Well, you got to use market structure. You got to use your technical analysis. Okay, so if you're seeing something like this, what do we think is going to happen to the Euro US dollar? Didn't somebody call out a sell on that? I think Matt did, right? And he called out a sell. And these purple lines is my daily resistance level. Really strong because it's from the daily. Watch this. Let's go to the daily. And where's the nearest engulfing candle? Right here. This is the engulfing candle. This is not engulfing. This is not engulfing. This is the one. Okay. Yes, these are ones back here, but they're old. We're looking for the most previous one. So this is one. So I marked it up from the body to the wick and to the body and to the wick down here, but it's only a body. And so now you go to your lower time frames and you see where price is according to that. And so you can see how it tried to come out of here. It was out of here, but it came right back in because that's a really strong resistance level. So, you know, you could take the sell, I guess, you know what I mean, it's holding and it closed below my 8 moving average. That's like my trigger line. So, you know, so that's what we're talking about today, these wick exhaustions. We want to use them with pivots. So the more that you know about Forex, the more strategies you know, the more of these technical things, you don't have to, if you're just a trend line trader, then you just have to wait for trend line bounces. But if a trend line bounce don't happen for the next 5 days, then you don't have a trade. So you have to know more things than just one thing. You have to know more than the 30-minute crossover. You have to know more than just how to trade crossovers with movement averages and support and resistance. You got to know Fibonacci. You know, it helps. It helps. So when the market throws something different at you, like, okay, I know how to handle this. And so I want to talk about this today is the wick exhaustions around pivot points. So you can't see these. So let me bring them up. Reset settings. There you go. And all it is the pivot point classic. That's all it is. Let me see inputs. So all I did was go to indicators and typed in, and I put it in my favorites, I think. Yeah, pivot point standard. Pivot point standard. All right. And then put that on the chart, go to the settings, and you want to keep it on classic. You got all of these Fibonacci traditional, play around with those, I guess, but I keep it on daily and 3 days. That's all I need is 3 days. I don't need no more than 3 days. And then my style, all I have is the pivot, the S1, R1, S2, R2. That's all I got. And really, you don't need to know. You don't have to really worry about what R1, R2, RS1. you just looking at the nearest pivot. That's all you're looking at. Where is the nearest pivot? It doesn't matter if it's a P, S, R, whatever. And so if you can catch these bounces, and I'm going to show you, if you can catch them coming from the pivot, it's like a rocket. Like, look at this. Look at this. So you put that onto the candle, and it's like a rocket taking off. You know, that's what you can think of it as. And so because there's selling pressure coming in. That's all that means. When it was full green. I remember Andrew, you was like, oh, there it go, or it's taking off, or whatever you said. Like, yeah, it was a big green candle up here, but it was too much selling pressure at this level. So we know that sellers live at this level. That's what that means. A lot of sellers are at this level. Things can change.
It only moved 90 pips each way.
Yeah, so things can change. News can come out, and it can change the whole scenario. So we always have to be ready, right? Because anything can happen. So, but for now, you see this, we can look to go down. You know, so how do you play this? So the way you play it is this. You need to have an exhaustion wick, and they don't always have to be this big, but you need it coming from a pivot, okay? And then you take the next trade. Now, everything has to line up. And if you have your 3 confirmations set, you won't lose the trade. And this is just a little strategy you can throw in your tool belt, okay? So this is just the chart. Now, let me use the other confirmations. Let me see, Euro USD. Yeah, this is Euro USD. You want your strength to be in the right place. So if it's telling you that it's a sell, because there's a lot of selling pressure coming in, okay, is not going above the daily resistance level that we drew up from that engulfing candlestick on the daily, and you see it's having a hard time breaking through, then you take, and everything is lining up. So let me see, what is the CSA telling us? And you know what? Usually, guys, I use the scalping one when I'm trading from the 2 hour. Okay, so if you trade them on the 30-minute or higher, you want to use the CSA 5-step system, not the scalp. So 15 and lower, you want to do the scalp one, and you will see how the difference that it makes. Okay, so now you got the euro. What is the euro doing for us? It's getting weak. Okay, that's good, because if we're looking for a sell, then we want the euro down here, and then if you and then you need the US dollar to go up. Now, what I've learned is that the US dollar doesn't necessarily have to go all the way up here. If it does come up this high, then we're really looking for a massive drop off. But it can just come here to the 50. As long as euro is down here and the dollar come up to the 50, it still can be a sell. Definitely. Now, I think overall it's gonna probably break through though. I think it's gonna break through. But if you're looking to catch a sale, you got to understand this stuff. So why do I think it's going to break through? Well, you got to be able to look on a higher time frame and see what patterns is happening on a higher time frame. So you got your head right here, and you got your shoulder. So you got, and everything right there. So you got it bouncing off, wicking out down here. You see that doji candle right here on the daily. This is the daily. So it's gonna take some time. But if you got a reversal candlestick pattern, an evening star happening right here, that's called an evening star. This little candle here, the doji, and then you got a nice green one here, especially here. Then that's a reversal stick pattern, a reversal candlestick pattern. And if you have that on the higher time frame, if you have that on the daily, look at this right here. If you have something like this on the daily, it's even stronger than the 1 hour. If you see this on the 1 hour, yeah, it's going to go up maybe 30, 50 pips, but it's going to turn around. But if it happens on the daily, the monthly, the weekly, then we can go off for some massive pips. And so this is what you see here as well, right on the shoulder. And so I think that this can go up, so overall. But for strategies, we looking for, 20, 30 pips. You know, you can catch that on a daily. Even though it's going up, you can still catch a 20 pip trade. So that's why I want to show you the strategy.
You see mommy tablet?
Yeah.
Huh?
And you want to the exhaustions, you want to be on a 1 hour. Okay, don't do this on a 30-minute. That's important, right? To tell you that. You know, don't be on a 15-minute trying to scout, you know, doing these exhaustion stick trades. Do it like on a hour or the 2 hour, because you want to get a nice amount of fit. You want to get like what I got alert on ERJPY. We're gonna pull that up in a minute. That might be a trade popping off. So, but you want to be on like the 1 hour. Okay, so you see it coming off. Here, exhausting here, and you want to take the next trade. Let me refresh this. All right, we was on EURUSD. Let's go to settings. Let's go to background. Let's go to time zones, session breaks. Why I can't see session breaks? I can't see my session breaks. I want to see where my session starts, but let's go to the 1 hour. Oh, that's because I was on a daily. That's why. Okay, here it is. Now you can see my session breaks. All right, and so you see it wicking out at the pivot. That's what you want to see. Especially, look at it. It wicked out right on that daily candle resistance I drew up. So then you just take the sell right here, the next candle. You take it. Look, let me tell you something. You take it to the next pivot. Okay. When this happened, this pivot wasn't here. Okay, because this is a new day now. So when this actually popped off, this was not here. There was pivots here, there were pivots here, and there were pivots here because we did 3 days. The 3 days shifted to these 3 now. So let's actually go to 4. And I'm gonna show you how this happened over and over again. Now you still gotta wait for the right setups, but you know, whatever I don't care what strategy you got, you still gotta wait. But I'm gonna show you how it happens over and over. So if you see it, you know what to do. Okay, let's ignore this one here. We just gonna focus on this one and the 3 back. So from here, you saw it wicked out, boom, you wait for a red candle, you take it about right up in here and you just take it. And if everything lines up, everything has to line up. What's your confirmations? Wick at the at a pivot point. Okay. Is it at a support or resistance zone? Yes. Yes, yes. Okay. Is your CSA in the right place? The strength. Yes. Is that in the right place? Because euro is weak down here. You got the dollar creeping up. Perfect. Check. Look at this. Look at the stochastic. You see how it's curling down? I don't care if it's green. Okay. That means that overall the trend is up. When you see this background green, I love it because it gives me a heads up. But you see these reds coming through? That's saying that, hey, you know, we got some selling pressure coming in. That's when you see these little bits of red. So be careful. All right. But if you understand market structure, you can see all of that anyway, making higher highs and lower lows. See, this is a high and nothing blew past this high. So that's why we see red. Okay. I love the indicator. All right. So look, we see the green line crossing below the red. Okay. That's another confirmation. That's all we needed. So we could have, that was all the confirmation we needed to take that sell up here. So y'all follow me? So you can unmute yourself at any time. You don't have to type. You can unmute too, if you got a question. But that's the confirmations. And so boom, you take it. Now, where's your stop loss? You know your stop loss go below the high. I mean, go above the high or whatever, above the pivot. Okay. So what would that look like? Horizontal line. Stop loss will be, we got to go to EJ real quick. I ain't forgot. Stop loss, boom. Okay, somewhere like that. Or you could be safe and just put it up here. but stop loss above the pivot. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We're not focusing on these white pivots here. That doesn't exist. Matter of fact, like that. Okay, that's what it looked like. Okay, stochastic was going up. Yes, because it was going up. It held. It wicked out. Boom. Okay, so we see it. We see it close right at our daily line. I did not move this. Okay, so now we ready to go. You set your alert on your stochastic, and then when it's time for the sale, it'll alert you. So boom, we did the alert. Let's fast forward it. Boom. Okay, so now it's gonna alert us as soon as you see that green line cross underneath it. So now you could take it right here. You don't have to wait for it to really cross underneath because you know the strategy. You know the strategy. You know the wick at the right place. You see the strength. The strength not gonna fake you out. The strength happens real time. Okay, it's really a good indicator, to CSA, because a lot of them are really lagging. This is really on time, right with it. And then we got the cross, so it's gonna be an alert that alerts you when that happens, and you take it. And then, so what I'm saying is, nothing is gonna stop you. Remember, we didn't take it down here. Remember that we didn't, because I can't replay it real time. But we took the sale here, because why wait down here? Why wait to sell it here? Is basically a whole bunch of red candles right here on the 30 minute and the 15. There's a whole bunch of red candles coming down, pushing that down. You don't believe me? Whole bunch of red candles pushing that down. That's what made that wick. Okay? That's what made that wick. See, it was a bunch of green. It was a big green candle. That's what we saw. And a bunch of red candles coming straight down. And that's what formed that wick on the 1 hour. All right. So you don't wait down here. You just take it right here. And so what does that look like? Right there. Don't be scared to pull the trigger. You gotta pull the trigger. Entry 1. All right. And then and now look, nothing is going to stop it under these conditions that I told you, these confirmations that I showed you. Nothing is going to stop it from going to the next pivot line. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, nothing is going to stop it. It's guaranteed profit as long as you do the confirmations I showed you. Nothing is going to stop it from going to the next pivot. And the next pivot was this one right here. This one right here, because you don't want to do the previous day. You want to go day 1, day 2, day 3. Okay, where's the pivot? Day 1, day 2, day 3. I don't see any pivot. All I see is it stopping at the pivot right here, the R1, and at my resistance. I don't see any pivot in between. The only closest pivot I see is this one. Do y'all agree? Is that the first pivot that popped off after this wick? I don't see nothing in here. It was this one. And look, you took the sale right here. Nothing stopped you. Nothing. Hold up. Pause, y'all.
Really, she's a musical theater, and she's done like 22 plays already. She's absolutely obsessed. Maybe more than her schoolwork.
All right, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, nothing stops you. So that's the way it goes. But if you skip out on a confirmation, if you see the euro up here and you see it wick, that could just be a fake out, you know, and it just go right back up. So, you know, if you do it under the right confirmations, nothing is going to stop it. So well, let's look at euro and let's see if we can find some more examples. And it works for the buy and the sell. Let me see what euro popping off. I see some comments up there too. Euro JPY, we got an alert for that, for a buy. Yep. So we got an alert right here. Euro JPY on a 1930. 1930 right here, and it's saying for us to buy. But here's the thing. So euro, let me see, euro, what is this? Euro JPY, and the euro is this one popping up right here. Right here. So here's the thing though. Man, this is a tough one to do, man. This is a tough one to take because the euro is coming up, but it's below the 50. But it is coming up. So I don't think that it's going to be a big buy. Plus, look where we're at. This is my daily resistance. Look, go to the daily. Where's the first engulfing candle you see? Right here. This is the one I use right here. This candlestick right here. This is the first engulfing that I see. So I put it from the body to the wick and the body to the wick. Now, anything after that, if it breaks out to the top, we're going up. If it breaks out from the bottom and retest, we're going down. This is a major support and resistance zones based off the daily time frame. You see that it wicked out and made a doji right at the bottom. That happened, we shot up. So that's important. Like, do that first. Before you start putting lines up everywhere, do your daily engulfing candlestick. And you see how it's respected. All right? And it'll keep you safe. Now, look at this. So we got the stochastic curling up. But I don't want to take this, man. If I would have had to take this down here. I would have had, in order for me to be in this, I would have had to be in it from down here. This is like, would you say, guys, would you say that this is buying at a good price? Let's just keep it simple. Like, I don't think that this is buying at a good price point. This is the mistake that I used to make when I first started. I was like, oh, the indicators is lining up. Oh, the EUR, I didn't even have a strength indicator at the time, but like I used stochastic a lot. And oh, it's curling up, but it's all the way at the top. Like it's overbought. This is extremely overbought up here. So yeah, it might go up here. That's fine. I don't care nothing about that little 20 pips. It's not a safe 20 pips to me. I might get lucky and win, but it's not safe. So the odds are against me up here. So in order for me to take this, man, I'm gonna need this to pull back into this level of structure. I'm gonna need this to pull back some for me to take a buy. And it broke out of the channel anyway. So it broke out the channel that it was in. See that channel? So I thought it was gonna break below, but it held on that daily support and came right on up. So if I'm gonna take the buy, I'm gonna need it to break through here and retest back down on this level, and by then the stochastic should be down here. You feel me? So do that make sense, y'all? Like it needs to break out and come back down. And when it comes back down, that stochastic gonna be down here. And then I can catch the buy on up. You feel me? Then I can catch it up. So I'm gonna have to wait another day for this, like a half a day to catch that. So I sit on my hands on that. Let's answer some comments. How do you have multiple screens on TradingView? I purchased the 30-day trial to test it out, and I really love it. I love all the and I can get look at this. I can get all the alerts sent to my email, which I'm getting tired of. So I'm gonna switch it and send it to my my phone. I'm gonna get the text alerts because them emails is killing me. And I just let me see, add alert. And you can add like, man, 800 alerts, like unlimited alerts, I think. So see right here, send to email. I'm gonna switch that and I'm gonna send to right here. Let me see, server side, SMS, real-time alerts to change the markets directly. Upgrade now. I thought I already got it. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to figure that out later. But yeah, I got the premium one though. I thought that was good enough. So I guess not. But either way, if I can't get the alerts to come to my phone, then I have to settle for the email because that's where they're coming now. Or you don't have to get any alerts and you can just check back every 2 hours. If you're a scalper, then you just gotta sit in front of your computer. But if you're trying to catch these 80 pip moves that I'm finna show you, sit on the 2 hours and wait for all your confirmations to line up. Let me, what else comments do we got? I'm sure he's using Pro. Yep. I don't know what this chart is up here, Andrew.
It's the one that Clint uses, so he's got it all on his one TV when he's trading.
Oh yeah. So I tried this one, guys. The one that Andrew put in the chat. I actually tried it, and it's worked. It gives you all the charts for free. You don't even have to buy it. But Andrew, do it go fast? Because it goes really slow on my computer.
I mean, I guess it would depend on how you have your internet set up.
Yeah, not slow, but it goes slow like on my system. My system is like it requires a lot of power.
To run that many charts, it should just be a display.
Yeah, it's like it was lagging, super like really laggy. But I just wanted to get your opinion on that. So, but yeah, guys, if you want it free, you can get it right here. Click that link in the chat. And then just retested the daily 618. So, hey, Andrew, so the EURJPY tested the 618. So what you saying?
I'm saying it bounced off of it. It tested it, bounced back, checked, and now it's that candle's still above it. But if you look at your the buy,
yeah.
But if you look at your Facebook Messenger, it hit a pivot line and then it reversed. So chances are it's going to bounce down before it goes back up.
Yep. Hit that pivot, boom, and goes down. So okay. So what? Any more questions? First day on Zoom training. Will I be able to watch later? Yeah. Lee. So I record them, and I'm. This is not going to YouTube. So, this is for the team. So. I don't have to do any editing or any of that stuff. As soon as like 30 minutes after this is done, I'll send y'all the link right away. I'll post it in the groups. So let's get back to the thing because we're trying to learn how to make money here. So let's go. Any pair you want me to look at? Let's see here. Let's look at Euro. Let's pull up some pivots here. Okay. Let's put it like at 30.
Yeah, right on the base of that EJ candle, the one that it's on right now, the hourly, is where the volume is. The volume, if you turn on your VPSV, it's actually where all the volume's at.
Okay, I got that thing cut off. But yeah, you talking about right up in here?
Yeah, right at the base of that hour. Like if you switch the chart to hourly, the candle that we're on now, the red main volume line is like right at the base of that candle.
Gotcha. I got you. Yep. So, look at it. Look at this one here. So did I show you? Yep. Look at this one here. Let's pull out a pivot. Let's go 30. Let's go 50 days back. And because I could show you this, but I want to show you how it happens and how it feels in real time. I'm gonna go to reset settings. Boom. I'm gonna go to cut that off. Watch this. All right. So you got to see wick exhaustions, right? What are the confirmations? Number one, wick at a pivot. Okay. Number two is the CSA in the right place, or you can use your app too, right? The currency strength heat wave. So what is this saying? Euro is strong right now. The JPY is weak. So we don't take that. We don't take that. And so you saw a green candle pushing right on up. So if you got gun ho or you got overzealous because you saw a wick at the pivot and took it, and you saw the stochastic, you would have did good, but you just would have been faked out. And if you were a beginner, you wouldn't know what to do when you saw that green candle come and be like, oh man, I got it wrong. Because you saw all of this, like for an example, watch. Sorry. You're like, boom, okay, we might can catch it. But you see this big uptrend, you're like, okay, well, it wicked out here and came back up at the pivot. It might do the same thing here. You're like, okay, this time it's gonna go down. So you see it come up to the pivot and give you an exhaustion wick. And so I'm trying to wait for the CSA to pop up. It did hit off the channel though. That's perfect. And the channel came from when I drew my channel up over here. Okay, so now here's my CSA. So you see the euro aiming down and you see the Japanese yen coming up. Okay. Well, it's not really crossed yet. So we can see a green candle push up. So if you sell here, remember, you got to wait to the next candle. Wait till the next candle start pushing. Confirmation number 2. Wait for the next candle to start pushing in your direction. All right, so let's play it. All right, and so I think it did though. I think it was pushing at one point. I don't know how this played out. That's the only thing when you do replay. I don't know if it went green first, then red, or if it went red first, then back to green. But however, you could take it, but you always got to do my strategy. Take the 10-cent lot size first. Bro, I got $5,000, about high 4,000s in my account. I'm still taking 10-cent lot sizes. And some people got $200, $500 in their account. They're taking $5 lot sizes. Okay, I'm still taking 10-cent lot sizes because I want to see how the market is going first. And so I would have been safe right here if I took it. All right, and you should be too. Take a 10-cent lot size. All right, now we see it crossing here. You got alerted. Perfect. The euro, this is the euro. The euro went down, but it's curving back up. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait, or you got a 10-cent lot size. Either one is still good. All right. You see it pushing right off the thing. You see it coming down. You could take it. You could take it. But look, where's your pivot at? Nothing is gonna stop you from hitting this next pivot. Where's it at? You got this one down here. Would you take this pivot? Is this the one we're gonna take? Because this is the one on the current day when it's all happened. This pivot right here. Well, would you take this one?
Like I just had you clean that up yesterday. It's not that hard.
Say it again.
Sorry.
Oh, you was talking to somebody else? Yeah, so we don't take this one. You take the nearest pivot out of the 3 days. Pass. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. The nearest pivot after all of this is happening is this one right here. Is this one right here. This is the one that's happening on the candle right now. But you want to take this one right here. And nothing is going to stop you under the right circumstances from getting to those pips. Now you say, well, that's not a lot of pips though. So how many pips is that? Was that 16 pips? Now it can keep going down, but if you take like partial profit here, or if you put a twin trade, you take one here and you let the other one ride. But let me show you. Remember in the beginning, I told you that we do currency correlation. If this one is pivoting here, this one is going to pivot at the same spot. They all going to do it kind of at the same level. So if this is going down, you can take the trade on all the other ones. You can take the sell. And you want to make sure that this is pivoting up. So this is pivoting down. Look at this, wicking out, pivoting down. This is pivoting up. Boom. So you catching 15 pips here. You catching another 15 pips on this trade. You catching, you might not take this one. You know, then you might take this one. Or no, this is the opposite one. So then you might take a buy here on that one. And nothing is going to stop you to the next pivot. And then if you do it that way, those pips add up. So currency correlation. So EUR USD, pound USD, Euro JPY, Australian USD, New Zealand USD, those are gonna move the same. Not perfectly the same, but they're gonna kind of move in the same direction. Then you got the opposite, United States dollar, Canadian, and the United States Swiss franc. Gonna move the opposite. And you use them and say, okay, this is going up, these are going down. Okay, now trade your favorite pair. All right, so let's go. Where was we at? I forgot which one we was on. Euro. Let's look at Euro JPY. Okay, so we gotta let's see here. We got here it is right here. Exhaustion, right on the pivot, coming down. Let's play it out. All right, boom, you took profit right at the pivot. Okay, this is just another strategy that I'm providing for you guys to put into your tool belt. The market throws something different you ain't ever seen, pull one of your strategies out. Don't never just do the strategy without looking at the market overall from a bird's eye view. We was taught, are we in an extension or are we in a retracement? We was taught that. So we always gonna look at the higher time frame and know what's going on. And once you got an understanding of that, now you can make little decisions on the 1 hour, 2 hour. All right. So I like this because boom, now you can make a decision. Okay, so now we hit our pivot. Maybe you took partial profit. Nothing was gonna stop you from that. Okay. So we took partial profit or you close one trade. You can let the other one ride. All right. How can you let the other one ride? Well, use what you learn in IML basics. Move up the stop loss. If the market moves fast in your direction, move the stop loss up fast. If the market moves slow and it's moving and kind of consolidate a little bit, then move the stop loss up slow. People want to do the trailing stop loss with the mathematical numbers, but it doesn't move with the market. It doesn't move how the market move. It's just going to move based on numbers. But if we're in control of it, we can change it. We can be not like mechanical with this. We can move like how the market moves. Oh, you want to move slow? Well, I'm not going to move my stop loss 15 pips. It can wick me out the other way. 10 pips away, it's going to wick me out the other way. I'm going to move it how the market moves. And so that's how I recommend moving the stop losses. But so now you want to ride it. Okay, move the stop loss up a little bit, or you see the yen coming up on the CSA. You see the euro dropping, and you see your stochastic dropping. Yes, it's in the green because we're on an uptrend, and that's what it recognizes. But we're dropping right now, and so you have to identify and know when to take profit. And this is where, hey, you don't have to be greedy. You don't have to be greedy. Or you can take profit, or you can ride the process out. Just ride the process out. Sometimes the market will pull back on you, and you might be up 100, but it might go back and give you 70. But if you got to be consistent though. If you ride the process out, then you're gonna get that big one. Because sometimes, as you can see, they keep going. And this time, when you ride the process out, it kept going for you, or it didn't, and it hit your stop loss and profit. All right. So what's the process? As long as this euro keep coming up, and that euro keep going down, and that yen keep coming up, and this stochastic is coming down, we can stay in. But I always say have a goal in mind. Have a goal in mind. All right. So right here, this is where if you are in just a pullback, you're in an uptrend, but it's pulling back and you caught the pullback, I would take profit here. I would take profit here because you're going to be like, anything can happen at this point. You already passed the pivot. You head into another pivot. You got an exhaustion. The CSA 5-step is playing around with each other right now. It basically, when they're half and half, they go sideways. When they're about at the same number, they go sideways. And the stochastic has already made its way down to the to the oversold part.
No, I just want to point out that for the new traders, if you download the TradingView app on your cell phone and you mark your charts up on your computer, and you sign in with the same account name and password, you can actually take this and look at your markups anywhere you're going.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing you can't see is this stochastic down here. That doesn't come up. I don't know, because it's more complex. It's like I don't know if you want to call it you can see oscillators on your phone, but I don't know. You can't see this one because I don't know how he created this. Whatever code he used, it don't come up on the phone. But So you can't see this. But what I do is I got a Google desktop, so I can log into my, I can log into my computer screen and see what my screen is on here, and I can watch it that way if I have to. So the whole point of this, guys, is that these wick exhaustions is all I wanted to show you. If you catch them at the right spot, nothing is going to stop you from going to the next pivot if all your confirmations are set up here. Everything is in. I didn't even show you a buy. What does a buy look like? Wick exhaustion. We got alert on euro yen. Wick exhausting for the buy. You got one here. You got one here. Nothing is going to stop you from the next pivot. Let's see if I can find another good one. And we only looking 3 days back. When I do these pivots, I got them all over here now for training purposes, but I'm only looking three days back in real time though. Wick exhaustion right at a support. Make sure your CSA is lining up right. So this is the yen coming down. That's what we want to see if we're going up. All right, and we got the stochastic curling up. So this alerted you saying, hey, this is curling up. So you can catch it. All right. So you have to wait, just like with any strategy, you have to wait. You have to wait for the right setup, but you shouldn't just be trading these wick exhaustions. But a lot of people see these and don't know how to play them. You know, these might happen. You know, this happened on Euro USD when it shot up and wicked down. You could have caught the reversal of that real quick before it go back up. So, but if you don't know how to play these, then you miss an opportunity. And so I just want to, you know, share with you guys real quick another opportunity, another strategy that you can use, and you know, keep making money, man. The more we know, the more money we can make. All right. So any questions on that? Was those confirmations pretty simple?
I love it. I love it, man. I mean, I typically, if I scout, you know, like I'll scout candlesticks. Man, you did that before one-on-one.
Yeah.
But like to add these indicators to it, like I mean, right there, that one dead center, like you see that big, huge bearish candlestick.
Right here. Which one? This one? This one?
Where you at? I can't. Hold on one second. Let me zoom back out. Right there. Yep. That one right there, like right there. And then like when I scalp candlesticks, I already know like it's gonna pull back at least 50% of that candlestick. And that's exactly what it did, just about, you know. But adding the indicators that you're talking about onto it, like the one that you showed before, I think it was the EJ? Like it was a fat evening star sitting right there at that point where you were. I can't remember. I think it was the EJ that you went over before on the sale.
Was that on a higher time frame or what?
I think so. It was the one like right before. It was the main one that you were covering.
Oh, okay. I didn't missed it though. Where's that?
What was it was the first one you went over that you were going over with everybody. Right there, right there. You see it right there at that pivot. You see that decision bullish candle, that indecision, and then that decision. That's an evening star.
Right here.
Yeah. And then you see how it pulled back and then it dropped.
Yep.
That's your signal. That's your signal right there.
Man, yeah. So and this was right at the top of the channel.
Right at the top of the channel. So you add that with the indicators that you just went over. Like, I gotta get with you on it, man.
Yeah, sure. Man. Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate you, Benny.
No problem, man. Anytime.
Yep. So man, one day I could show them that how to market on a 15-5 minute, like them candlesticks just pop off, man. Like them.
Yeah, like you see that shooting star right there. Like if you go back, like go over, right there. You see that bear shooting star with the long. Right. Yep, that's your shooting star right there. And then look at the drop.
Yep.
I have a PDF on these candles and stuff like that. I can drop in the links to for the new people.
Yeah, like you keep going left. You see the bullish engulfing candle right there. That support one, that big green bullish engulfing candle.
Where we at? Right here.
Yep, and then it took off.
Yep, came back kind of 50.
Yeah, kind of. Then it took off, So you really could have just took that next, like, soon as that closed, you could have just took that, and that would have look what happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And I always
That,
and the drawdown will kill folks if they taking them big lots, but
oh yeah.
But
You
we
gotta
already
use proper risk
should know
management.
that by now. Listening to
Mhm.
all these different trainings like use risk management. So what I like to do, Benny, is on a 15. I'm monitoring stuff on the 1 hour and 2 hour now.
Gotcha.
And I'm looking at a bird's eye view from the daily, so I learn am I in the correction or extension. So I gotta know that. I gotta know that. And then
Yep.
the stochastic gonna keep me honest. Like
Keep
I
you
was
honest.
talking.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna get in a trade and I see it happening, I see one of these moves being made, then I'm gonna go down to the 15-minute. Now this pulled back on the 15-minute, whole bunch of red candles, right? Well, I'm gonna see it break levels on that 5 and 15, and then I'm gonna say, okay, now I see it coming back up. Everything lining up. I'm gonna drop me a $5 lot size. I took a 10-cent lot size right here.
Yeah.
Then I see it breaking levels on that like lower time frame. I take $5 lot size, get what I need, and I close that.
Yeah, that's strong.
And that's just time. But the timing, it takes practice though. It ain't nothing that you can just like do tomorrow. You might do it too late, but it takes practice. And I got good at it. And that's how I grow my account fast, because I like scalp even on these lower time frames, taking these bigger moves. I get in on a smaller lot size and scalp it on a bigger lot on a smaller.
Yeah. I love it, man. Like, they're all, like, the way you got this framed out, like, they're all over the place. Like, if you go back left, like, there's a morning star, right there.
Now, Jay, I don't think
Look at that.
a lot of the people know who Benny is. So if you want to introduce Benny and what his role is with the group.
Oh yeah. Benny. So Benny is he's really like a top dog to me. So he like a mentor. He been helping me out. My mentors is Curtis. Curtis is the first one that I knew. He trained me, taught me pretty much 80-90% of what I know. And then Curtis introduced me to Benny, and I said, well, who is Benny? He said, Benny taught me everything I know, or a lot of it. And Benny taught him how to mentor, how to train and teach people. Because Curtis know a lot, but he needed to learn how to teach people. And Benny taught Curtis how to really talk to people and break this stuff down. And I really love that. And I just took a lot from these guys. And Benny took some time and mentored me on some things. And and that's why I have to give back to you guys like John and Tim. And Bilal, I have to get back to you guys, because these guys don't have to show me no love and take hours and talk to me till midnight. And so that's why you see me being responsive to you guys, because like Benny was like that to me.
Yeah, each one teach one, man. One big family. You pass that knowledge on. Change legacies, man. That's how you do it.
The thing about the differences between Jay and Benny and how they operate is Benny will sit on an egg for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Jay gets in and out. Benny will sit on a whole trade for 2 weeks. So as far as the way that they trade, they're complete opposites. I mean, I'm sure Benny might scalp here and there, but his schedule doesn't accommodate for it. Neither does mine most of the time. So when it comes to learning two strategies, I mean, they're like night and day between the two of them, but between the two of them, I've learned so much.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun learning from everybody. That's how you get better. I mean, I learn something every time I watch you guys, so that's why I jump on.
I think, hey Benny, as the year go on, like I only been trading for a year and 3 months, but I think as the years goes on, Benny, you ain't heard me talking about no, I'm sitting and analyzing on a 2 hour. I'm creeping up.
I know, right? I'm
creeping up.
That's pretty cool.
So I think it's just most people just come in naturally want to scout, and the more knowledge you get, the more understanding you like, yo, man, I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to get in this trade and just chill. And so, and I'm trying to catch these bigger pips, man. Look at these pips on this 2 hour. I'm sitting on the 2 hour and like, man, I got to catch these moves.
Yeah.
And so I'm creeping on that. I don't know if I'm gonna be a monthly holder, but I think I'll be willing to hold 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is with your indicators and the way you have it set up, and the fact that you have it structured, you know, in certain steps, is that it really can work for you on any time frame.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the cool thing about your method, is that you're scalping on the lower time frames, but like you say, you're on a 2 hour, and you know, a signal is a signal. Confluence is confluence. You know, no matter what the time frame. So those same steps that you have, those same indicators that you use to get in and out of your trades, they can be used on all time frames. That's really what's cool about your method. So, you know, I definitely learned a lot from you. So I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. So, you know, it's already an hour in, man. Time fly by fast. But I appreciate y'all company. So we're gonna end it here. This recording will be in the groups in about 30 minutes. And always reach out to me. Yeah, I message everybody back. So all right, guys. So plug in, man. I love y'all. You already know. And let's make this money, baby.
All
Peace.
right.
All right.
Great
Catch you
job,
guys.
guys.